Hello, greetings to you wherever you are, and welcome to Farm Prophets. Here we talk about agribusiness. So, if you are an aspiring farmer or an experienced one, an agripreneur, and you are looking for the right inspiration, the right guidance, then Farm Prophet is your partner. It is one of the channels that you can find the right inspiration. Today, we want to talk about cabbage farming, and this is a step-by-step guide on cabbage farming, and I believe that it will help you and will give you the right direction that you need to succeed in cabbage farming. So let's get into it. In this course, we are going to look at an overview of cabbage farming in Ghana, and we are also going to look at how to select sites. We are also going to look at the soil preparation, variety selection, and how to treat the seed. Then we'll also look at planting, and we will look at fertilization, weed management, pest and disease management, harvesting and post-harvest management, marketing, and then record keeping. And we will also look at revenue estimation. Yes, we'll look at your potential revenue that you could generate from an acre of cabbage. And I want to advise that you do not skip any minute of this video. Watch every bit of it so that you can understand everything very well, and I can tell you that you will be glad that you have gone through this course. Overview of cabbage farming in Ghana. Yes, so cabbage farming is very popular in Ghana, and when you go to most regions, you will see cabbage cultivated one way or the other, and in most of our delicacies, you also see cabbage being used at local restaurants, foreign restaurants, and all that. So another name for cabbage actually is Brassica oleracea. Yes, so it is one of the vegetables that I will say that is very profitable. Yes, it's very profitable, and some of the regions, okay, that do cabbage farming in a large quantity is the Ashanti region, the Brong-Ahafo, the Eastern, and then the Volta regions. Yes, so the conditions, growing conditions, cabbage thrive in cool environment with well-drained, fertile soils. Yes, that is cabbage for you. And you see, the interesting thing is that if you go to Aplau is a border town, and it's very sandy. Aplau is in the Volta region. What most people know Aplau for is the fact that there is a border. But Aplau cultivate a lot of vegetables, including cabbage. And in this video, I'll be sharing with you some of the secrets. So, importance and benefits of cabbage cultivation. Nutritional value. Yes, cabbage is rich in vitamins C and K, and it is also a dietary fiber which will help you with digestion and making moving of your bowels very easy. And it's also rich in essential minerals, contributing to a balanced diet. Then we also have economic benefit. Cabbage farming provides income for farmers and creates employment opportunity in rural areas. You see, I have seen farmers who made fortunes out of cabbage farming. Yes, so cabbage farming is very beneficial economically. Yes, it can change your financial story around if only you know how to go about it well, and that is the purpose of this video. Then market demand. There is a high local demand for cabbage in Ghanaian market, supermarket, and for processing into various products. Yes, that is a fact. But that is not also to say that there are not times where the demand for cabbage swings. Yes, there are those seasons. But as we speak, at the time of making this video, cabbage, one head of cabbage cost about 10 cedis and above. And I know in places like Accra, it is even higher than that. Okay. Then we have crop rotation. Cabbage is an excellent rotational crop, helping to break disease cycles and improve soil fertilities for subsequent crops. So you could use cabbage in your crop rotation cycle so that it could break the disease pattern and all that. So it comes in to give another flair to your soil. Now let's get to business itself. What kind of site is suitable for cabbage farming? What kind of land? What kind of environment? That is the question we want to answer here on site selection. The site should have a full sunlight exposure. Yes, there should be a full sunlight exposure. So in situations where you have trees which are providing shades and all those ones, you want to trim them and make sure that the land is fully exposed to sunlight. Then well-drained loamy soil with pH. Yes, so you need a loamy soil that has a pH of 6.0 to 7.5. You could also use sandy loam. Okay. The situation in Aflao is very sandy. That what they do is that they do a lot of irrigation. Yes, they do a lot of irrigation. So they do not have the loamy soil in most places yet, so they are able to provide that humid environment for the cabbage. Yes. Then you should also have access to reliable source of water. Yes, this is very important. You could depend on the rain, but depending on the rain, yes, that is okay. But the weather can fail you, right? But if you have a reliable source of water, let's say some stream, let's say a borehole, let's say a well that you could pump from time to time, you could use to irrigate the farm when the rain is failing you and all that, it is a plus to you. Yes, again, I'm using Aflao as a case study. When you go to Aflao, almost every household with a backyard has some form of a vegetable farm. It could be cabbage, it could be carrot, it could be, and the secret, one of the secrets is that they have access to water in the house which they use to irrigate the farms. Then avoid previous cabbage crops to reduce disease risks. So what it means is that you should avoid over cultivation. Okay, you should avoid over cultivation, like continuous cultivation. Yeah, planting cabbage there every season, every now and then. You want to avoid these things so that you can break the disease cycle. Okay, now let's look at how to prepare the land. First, you have to clear the land of weeds and debris. You do not want the weeds to compete with your cabbage. They will deprive it of nutrients. Soil testing for nutrient levels. Soil testing is very important. It is one thing that most smallholder farmers fail in. If you are putting money into farming, you have to understand that it's a business, it's an investment. So don't let these little things that you need to do escape you where you lose your investment. If the soil is not having the right nutrient levels, the pH is too high and all that, at the end of the day it worries the crop and it reduces its yield. You do not want that to happen to you. So you hear people saying, and they say farming is profitable, I have invested and I have lost. You have not done the due diligence. If you were, you would have escaped certain misfortunes. Then the third thing is that you should plow the land, okay, and hollow soil to a fine tilt. Yes, plowing is very important. It helps to control the weed, and also it helps aeration. Yes, so then you also hollow the soil. harrow it to a fine tilt and all that. Then add organic matter. You could use compost or manure. Do 20 to 30 tons per hectare. A hectare is 2.5 acres. Okay, yes. Then we come to variety selection. You see, the variety selection must be based on what the market demands. Don't go for a variety that people are not interested in. Yes, if you do that, you may have a bumper harvest, but selling it off will become an issue. So you want to survey the market very well. Identify what the market demands and do that one. There is a particular cabbage. I've forgotten the name a little. It looks, if not blue, then it's mauve. In Ghana, we hardly consume that. So if you go and you cultivate that, it will be with you and your family. You'll run at a loss. Okay. What is common? What is common in Ghana is the green colored. So why would you go for something else? So in Ghana, some of the varieties that perform well, both on the land and on the market, are Gloria, Green Coronet, Fortune, KK Cross. Yes, these are varieties. When you go to any agro shop that deals in seed, they will be able to help you out. Ask them for any of this variety, and you can also ask them questions on it, and they'll be glad to help you. I do not want to similarly promote any agro shop here because they have not contracted me for that. But should any agro shop that deals in seed want us to market their product, we'll look at it, test it, and if it is good, we'll recommend it to our viewers. They will have to pay. Yes, that one is a fact. Then we come to seedling production. Use certified seeds. Yes, don't just go for, farmers have this habit of taking seeds from, their neighbors, from their friends and all that. No, go to an agro shop or a seed production fair and then get your certified seeds from there. There is a difference between producing seed anyhow, and when we say a seed is certified, it means that that seed has been produced under strict conditions, monitored, treated, and then given to you now to farm with. So you want to make sure that you use certified seed. One, so that you can get the right yield. Two, so that disease and outbreak rates can also be limited. Then the second thing you do is prepare nursery bed or seedly trays. So you could either use the nursery bed or seedly trays. Yeah, the seedly trays are reusable. Okay, you buy them, you use them, and when you transplant, they are there for you. You can use them another time. You can also prepare a nursery bed by yourself using wood, like what is showing on the screen and all that. Then sow seeds 1.5 centimeters deep, 2 to 3 centimeters apart. All right, 1.5 centimeters deep, 2 to 3 centimeters apart. Then maintain moisture. That is, you should be watering it. Okay. Then protect from pests. Yes, when they are young like that, grasshoppers and other leaf borrowers love to feed on them because they are very fresh. So you want to suck them away and all that. Then what do we do next? We transplant the seed when they are 4 to 5. Yes, 4 to 5 weeks thereabouts. So the 4 to 5 weeks should be like 1.5 months. Then we can now transport them. Okay, sorry, we cannot transplant them. Okay. All right, land layouts and transplanting. Mark field into beds and furrows. okay, you should raise the bed. You should mark the field so that the seeds can be on the bed, line up. All right. Then spacing. The spacing should be 5. The spacing should be 50 centimeters between plant. Okay, I want to see if I could get a highlighter for that. Okay, let's see. So 50 centimeters between plants, so that would be here. My highlighter is not showing. That will be here. So between crop A here and then crop B, I don't know if the highlighter is also being recorded. It should be 50 centimeters. Okay, now between rows, the rows between them should be 60 centimeters. So I don't know if you get it, 60 centimeters. Okay, then water immediately after planting. So if you are depending on the rain, where you do not have an irrigated farm, if you are depending on the rain, one of the things you want to do is that you want to get your weather forecast right, so that you plant, and then you plant at the time you transplant at the time it's about to rain. But then you could also use watering cans if you can to water them. But if you have an irrigation setup, that is fine, rely on that. Okay, so we come to fertilization. Yes, fertilization. So base dressing, you use NPK 15-15 fertilizer. You do 200 to 300 kg per hectare. And for the top dressing, you can use urea 4600. Okay, urea. Now you do 100 to 150 kg in split applications. And I would want to advise that if you want to do your fertilizer application, it should be in the morning. Okay, it should be in the morning, and you should be careful with your fertilizer applications so that you do not overdose it. Okay, all right. So let's continue. Irrigation. I have consistently mentioned the importance of irrigation. So ensure consistent moisture, especially during dry periods. Okay. Cabbage production during dry season may be expensive because of the need to irrigate the farm. However, it is also very profitable because during the dry season, most farmers who are depending on the rain are not able to farm. So if you are able to do it at that time, I am tempted to say it's more like it's okay. I wouldn't use that word. Use drip or furrow irrigation. So if you have the drip, like what you can see here, is a drip form of irrigation. It means that every plant has an opening to get water, and you could use that also to apply fertilizer. Then avoid waterlogging. Yes, cabbage needs moisture, but do not turn your farm into a river, else your investment will go waste. Weed management. Yes, at this point, please, if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. You see, what keeps me going is your subscription, your comment, and your likes, and also sharing this page. Because sitting down to put a course like this and record the voiceover with the explanations you are getting is not really an easy task, but I'm doing it for you. Yes, so do this for me also by subscribing, sharing this link with your friends and families. We have not yet monetized this channel. We are hoping to get monetized soon, So kindly help us so that we can do more. Weed management, hand weeding or appropriate herbicides. So hand weeding is one of the best methods, just that it involves a lot of a lot of dedication. But there are also selective weedicides that you could rely on. Speak to your extension officer or your agronomist and they will help you out. But I advise, but you should be very careful when applying chemicals to cabbage, because these things are consumed fresh. So if there is from farm to table, we consume it fresh, unless maybe there are processing and all that. So if you put in unreasonable amount of chemicals, you are killing us. We beg. Then mulch to suppress weeds. Mulching is very important. In fact, mulching, I would say, is one of the best methods, though it requires some level of technicality. If you do it right, you'll be happy. You don't have to worry about weeds any longer. You basically cover the weeds. You basically cover the ground that you have already weeded with weeds, such that the weeds doesn't get a space to breathe and grow. Yeah, like what you can see on the screen. We'll talk about mulching some other time indeed. Then we come to pest and disease management. Look, I must tell you that one of the most challenging things or challenging aspect of cabbage farming is pest and disease control. Yes, look, you are not the only person that love cabbage. Insects loves it too, and so they would want to feed on it and all that. So common pests like aphids, caterpillars, root maggots. Then we have diseases like black rot, downy mildew, and all that. So you can use an integrated pest management strategies. Okay, you can use pesticides. You can also, I learned from a farmer who you can also use neem oil and all those ones. I've learned from a farmer who uses how do we call it, onion and then garlic. So he basically plants the onion and garlic in between the rows. You know, the onion and garlic do not really compete with the cabbage, but according to him, their scent is able to drive away some of these insects. That is what he is doing. Yes, that is what he is doing. And so for insecticides, in some places you would have to apply every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. And so the area you are getting for your farm you have to be very careful. Yes, you have to be very careful. If not, insects will drive you away. But insects and our pests and diseases management priority. Harvesting. Okay, harvest when heads are firm and mature. So cabbage actually should be matured for harvesting between 70 to 100 days. Okay, and then you use a sharp knife. You use a sharp knife for the harvesting. So what you do is that you leave the outer leaves, and then you harvest the head. Yes, you harvest the head, you cut it at the base, then harvest in the morning. Yes, harvest early in the morning. Okay, by that time, because the sun has not scorched it yet, it is still fresh and all that. Now, most people do not prepare for post-harvest, and so they lose a lot of their crops to post-harvest loss. You see, before you even plant your seed, you should have a plan what am I going to do with the crop when I harvest it? Cabbage is a perishable thing, okay? You can't keep cabbage with you for 1 month. For what? It will rot. Am I even saying 1 month? What am I saying? You can't keep cabbage with you for more than 2-3 weeks. You realize that it will start, the leaves will begin to wither and all that. So the point is that you should know what you would do with the cabbage. You should know what you will do with it. You should prepare for post-harvest. You should prepare for how to transport it, where to transport it to, and all that. If not, your cabbage may be left to rot and be fed to animals. Handle carefully to avoid bruising. Remove damaged or diseased leaves. Yes, dress the cabbage by removing those things. Then store in cool, shaded area. Marketing. You could sell to local markets, supermarkets, processors, and all that. So that's what I'm saying, that before you plant your cabbage, you should have a plan. Yes, you should know who you are taking it to. Okay. Then grade cabbages by size, quality, so you'll be able to determine the price as well. Pack in ventilated crates or bags. Yes, when transporting cabbage, that they have some aeration, some good amount of air coming to them. Now, record keeping is very important. Yes, if you are doing this as a business, then you should have a record. But if you are just doing it to feed your family, then that is it. Keep detailed records, input, labor, pest management, yields. Keep record of all these things, the chemicals you have used and all that. Then analyze for continuous improvement. So always compare your record and see if you are making a profit or you are making a loss. What can you improve on and all that. Ultimately, we will be spending 8,500 to 12,500 per acre of cabbage. Now this does not include leasing of land. Okay, this does not include leasing of land. What I have here doesn't include leasing of land. But if you have a good bargaining strategy, and if you supervise activities well on your farm, you can have everything, leasing of land and all that, within the range of 8,500 to 12,500. And this is covering from land preparation or land acquisition, land preparation to harvesting. Okay, that is it. Okay, then revenue estimate. Now I want to look at, I have put 12,000 in this thing, or 8,500 in this, 9,000 into this. I want to know how much I can make, so I have done that for you as well. Isn't that great? Yes. So yield per acre, on average there should be 20 to 30,000 kg. Okay, kg, that is 20 to 30 tons per acre. But that is the yield. Okay, but then it depends on the management practices that you have put in place. You can't just go and bury your seed into the soil without any proper maintenance and expect to have this. Not at all. Now, market price, approximately it costs approximately a head, or a kg of cabbage cost 1.5 to 2.5. That is 1 cedi 50 pesos to 6 cedi 50 pesos per kg. Now some of you may be wondering, is cabbage sold based on kilogram? Because you are used to what our market women do. They gather the cabbage at one side or one corner of the market. You go, then you point at the one you want, or the lady selling by the roadside, you go to her, you point at the one you want. No, if we are talking about commercial, a proper commercial structure. If you are selling to a factory for processing and all that, you are selling to maybe some restaurant serving as your off-take and all that, you'll be doing kg, you'll not be doing just heads. Okay, So potential revenue from that acre, we are looking at 30,000 to 75,000 per acre.